Hello everybody, Mr. Storm here. Welcome back to Factorio. In the last episode, we worked on processing our stone and slag from the new bobmonium process and the existing ore refining procedure into slag slurry, and then filtering that slag slurry into mineral sludge, which is what we were doing here. And that's going well. So that's going pretty well. In fact, we were able to clear the backlog of stone down here, and actually no stone's making it through. We're handling the stone here fine. So yeah, it's working pretty well. We've overbuilt it, which is okay. It's okay. It means we have some capacity for growth. Now, a couple things from some comments that came in on the previous episode. One is that someone suggested that it might be more efficient to directly dissolve the slag into slag slurry rather than grinding it into stone first and then making it into slag slurry. And actually it is. It's actually quite a bit more efficient because, let's see, this takes 25 crushed stone and 15 sulfuric acid to make 50 slag slurry. This takes 5 slag and 15 sulfuric acid to make 50 slag slurry. If we crush the 5 slag into stone, we only get 10 crushed stone. So it's actually more than twice as efficient to take the slag itself and dissolve it. And, you know, they're probably right. So what I might do is go ahead and change this up just a tad, because we probably don't need a lot, really. We could probably use just a single liquefier. That should be all we need to make that work. And we can just bring it down here a little bit. It might be a bit messy, but we actually do have the room. What I was concerned about is that we wouldn't have the room. But we actually should. And that, what I probably will do is just take this, disable this for the moment. I will take that liquefier. Let's see, how do I want to do this? Might be better to do it like this. Or like this. Let's see. It's going to need some power. Speaking of power, we're going to talk about that in a moment, because someone also mentioned that we were short on power, which we are, or we were. I've taken care of the problem, and I'll show you what I did in a second. What we're going to have to do here is we're going to have to give ourselves some room to splice into that pipe. We're going to have to go underground with the belt. And then we're going to bring this... Oh, that's right in the way. Bring that over there. Put that in there. We'll take this out here. We apparently don't need that at all. And connect that in. Oh, sorry. A little frog in my throat. And there we go. Now, as long as we can actually process this fast enough, then we should be alright. I'll have to keep an eye on it, and it actually looks like we're okay. Yeah, this is coming in, so Once it chews through all of this backed up slag, then it'll be fine. Alright, the other issue that I noticed is that this is all slowed down because we have too much sulfuric wastewater in the system. So we're going to have to clarify it, which is unfortunate, but, you know, we just need to do it in order to keep the system moving. So I'm going to need a couple clarifiers, which I'm going to need stone brick, which I should still have some in the trunk. I hope. I still do. Yes. Alright. Make a couple clarifiers. And I need to find a spot where we can kind of hook in, which right about here should be good. We'll hook in. We're going to need that overflow valve. And then we're going to have to put in a clarifier. Put one there. We will put one there. And then we'll give these guys some power. Just like that. And that should start pulling some of that sulfuric wastewater out of the system. And that should let the sapphirite ore processing run more smoothly. That's probably why we weren't getting as much stone coming through here as much as we normally do. Yeah, some stone is already starting to come through there. Alright, we're starting to output pretty well. We are going to have to figure out what we're going to do with the geodes. In fact, we're starting to overflow a bit. We're starting to overflow just a tad. We're still good for a while yet. What I'll probably have to do is temporarily put some void chests on it, just to deal with the overflow, until I can sort out what we're going to do. What we're most likely going to be doing is taking the geodes and processing them using this, making crystal slurry. And then we'll be filtering the crystal slurry to make crystal seedlings. Or what we can do is we can also filter the crystal slurry and make mineral sludge. But we need mineralized water to do that. So, there's a thing. And the crystal seedlings at the moment can be used to make crystal catalyst, which crystal catalyst can then be used as part of these processes to make specific types of ore with specific types of chunks, so that we can get, like, you know, increase the output of specific ore types as we need them. So, but a lot of infrastructure to build to get there. So we'll get to work on that at some point. Now, what we did is someone was concerned that we weren't getting enough fuel to the power plant. But that wasn't the case. We have plenty of fuel. We have tons and tons of coal. So not a problem there. The mine itself needs... I thought I had a... I had a radar down there. I'll have to take a look at that. Is that... because we actually really could use a radar down there. Weird. Is what I did is I compacted the power plant so that it didn't take up as much space, even though now this is a much harder block of buildings to deal with in terms of you know, being able to maneuver around it. But it did give me more room to add in just some more generators. So, you know, we just added in 6 more generators. So we should be okay. Yes, we're okay. But we're kind of on the edge still. Ah, yes. Increased output means we're not getting stone up there, which is good. And we're dealing with the slag, so all good. Alright, so now what we need to do is determine what it is we're actually going to do with the sludge that we created, the mineral sludge. Because this is going to back up, cause these to back up, cause this to back up, and all this to back up, and then it's going to stop everything. So we need to keep things moving. Couple of options with the sludge. We can crystallize it with crystallizers to make different types of ore. We can make nickel and silicon, we can make lead and tin, we can make copper and iron. The iron would be nice. We can also use it to make mineral catalysts. I'm not exactly sure how much mineral catalyst we're going to need. We can then use a mineral catalyst for these processes here. But again, I can't really do all this because I don't have all of the various ores yet. Particularly Givelite. I don't have Stereotyte set up yet. I don't have Rubite set up yet. Yeah. So we still have some work to do before we can really utilize this, but we can at least get it started. So I think what the first thing we're going to do is we're going to set up something to make catalyst. And that is done by just using some assemblers, which I'll just go ahead and make 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. Let's see, how much are we actually putting out here? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 6 of these. So we're putting out 112.5 per second of mineral sludge at full capacity. We don't have anywhere near full capacity, but let's get rid of some of this, and let's say we wanted to make mineral catalyst using the assembly machines. And we want to consume that 112.5. So, let's just take 4 that we just made. That will consume 150 mineral sludge per second. Make 12 per second mineral catalyst. So that'll actually get it done. So, let's go ahead and do it. Let's leave a little gap there so that I can put in power, 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 and somewhere to connect it up. There. Alright, you guys are going to make mineral catalyst. And actually, we're going to bring the sludge in from this side. And we're going to build that pump like this. Actually, that lines up perfectly. And if we're making 12 per second, right? Making 12 per second, that is something that a yellow belt can handle as long as we're using both sides. Let's just make a bunch more of those. And And so you are going to offset near, and you are going to offset near. There we go. And as of yet, I don't really have anything anywhere to do with them. So I'm just going to create a warehouse. Sniper turret damage upgrade's done. I'm going to do mining productivity. That wouldn't be a bad idea. Fluid handling, storage tank Mark IIs, pump Mark IIs. They need aluminum plate and Invar. We aren't making those yet. Advanced electrum smelting. Don't think I really need the electrum yet. Stack inserters. Yes. Okay, we need that. Get the stack inserters. So I've been dealing with the fast inserters for far too long. Alright, there we go. Alright, so we're just going to stockpile the mineral catalyst for now. And now it should start going down. And it is. Yep, it is. Okay, so we'll just have to keep an eye on that. And what is going to be next? Well, one thing we do need to do is start working on smelting the new ores that we now have access to, particularly tin and lead. So let's go ahead and start working on that design. Alright, so this is lead and silver, right? Lead and silver. Silver ore, lead. I don't really need the silver ore, but we're going to have to make room for it. Should be okay. Problem is, I can't get past these stinking pipes. Well, should have thought of that one. Oh well. Okay, so lead. Let's go ahead and set up the offloading belt. And we're going to need a whole bunch of these, and we're going to need a lot more iron plate. We'll just take a ride on the belt. Okay, so let's just grab a whole bunch of the iron plates, and let's craft a bunch of these, and let's grab more iron plate. Okay, we're going to let those craft, and we're going to start working on the design. So we can probably clear this stuff out. We don't need that in there anymore. What we're going to need to make is lead plates. Lead plate from molten lead. And I want to make enough of this to fill a yellow belt. Alright, so we don't have the Mark IVs of these. Oh. What we have are the Mark IIs, right? Yeah, Mark IIs. Mark IIs. We'll need 9 Mark IIs. Lead from lead ingots. We have Mark IIs of that. Alright, we have 2 processes to make lead ingots. 24 lead ingots and 60 sulfur dioxide gas. Lead or oxygen gas. Lead oxide and carbon to make lead ingots. Okay. As far as blast furnaces, we have Mark II blast furnaces. And then we have carbon, so we're good for that. We're going to need lead oxide. Lead oxide, sulfur dioxide gas. Processed lead and oxygen gas. Okay, again, Mark IIs. Processed lead. You only have the Mark Is of these. Alright, so 5 of those. And we're going to need to expand our oxygen facility. Let's see, what kind of chemical plants do we have? We have the normal chemical plants. We have advanced chemical plants. 1.5, 1.75. Crafting speed. Do I have any of these chemical plants? No, I do not. Okay. So we'll just be using the Mark I chemical plants. We need 2 more of those. Hold on. We have the Mark Is of these. Okay, so we're going to need 4 of these, 2 of these to produce the additional oxygen we're going to need. Alright, let's pin it and let's get to work. So 1, 2, 3, 4 of those and 2 of these are the first thing we're going to need to do. Alright, stack inserters done. Stack inserter capacity bonus. We'll grab that. And we are making decent levels of oxygen right now. But I want to make sure that we don't overtax our production. Okay. We might need to rearrange this a tad. Oh, we were using copper pipe over here? That's fine. I can do that. Just gotta wait for everything to manufacture first. Okay. So we're gonna need that. I need that. Okay. What I'm probably actually going to do is move this flare stack down here. You're going to need power. Okay. We may have to move this off to the side and create like a dedicated flare stack area, depending on how much nitrogen we end up making. Now, here's just the thing. It's only 2, right? Yeah, it's 2. I apparently actually had some. Is that these don't line up, because of course they don't. Would it be better to do it like this? It might. Okay. And then what we'll do is I'll just go ahead and prep this for expansion. And hopefully I'm going to have enough room. Alright, so we're going to be sending the nitrogen south. Right? Yeah, we're going to have to move this. And then I am going to put this here. Alright, so that ought to do it. Then we can expand 2 more over here, and then we might have to start redesigning at that point. Moving this tank north to just make more room here. So we'll see how it goes. If we need any more oxygen. Alright, so next thing we're going to need is 5 of these. 1, 2, 3. And we are out of bricks. Alright, well, I think what I might actually do is end the episode just a little bit early here. It's about a couple of minutes earlier than I would like. But I have a lot of stuff to manufacture. I need to make a bunch of belts. I need to make all of these various production facilities. And so I'll probably do that all off screen. And then when we come back, we will get all of the lead production set up. And then I think what we'll do is just jump over the silver and then also work on the tin. Because it's a lead and tin that we really need next. Alright, so yeah, we'll get to work on that next episode. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Go ahead, like, subscribe, and comment, and I will see you next time.